to another episode of For the Record. Today, we have a very special guest in the building. I'm your host, Kami Gomez, and I'm excited because Memphis is in the building. His name is Mr. Don Tripp. Give it up.
Add another zero to my feature prices going up. Everyone's a winner, they get trophies out for showing up. Drop 200 records and I still can't pick a favorite. Can you do me a favor?
Good, how are
Don't do me no favors. Regardless, I know it. I mean that shit. All right.
You, Mr. Don Tripp, are our first guest for our spooky series. Yeah, I could give it up for that.
You're not going to talk like that the whole time, are you?
Imagine I talk like this the whole interview.
That would be so weird.
Do you celebrate Halloween? I know you have your kids, your family. Are you guys getting ready to celebrate?
I guess so. Yeah, I got about a couple costumes. My wife and my second to oldest daughter,
Mhm.
she's extremely fascinated with Halloween.
They in the spirit.
Yeah, October 1st, they start watching nothing but horror movies, and it's horrible. Then they watch all of them. They watch the ones that were poorly directed with the wax CGI, everything, like Halloween 1, and it's horrible.
OMG.
Yeah, but I don't much celebrate anything, but I celebrate for the sake of them. So whatever they celebrate, I celebrate.
Yeah, but you have a lot of costumes to get this year.
Yeah, I always got a lot of costumes. The trouble was never really the costumes that I have to get for them.
Mhm.
It's always the costume that I'll cooperate with.
Yes.
For me. Yeah, so, I had to participate. So.
What do they want you to be this year? Any family costumes up the sleeve?
So far, my daughter wants me to be Batman. I can't be Batman. Don't have a beard, so I can't be Batman. She told me I can't be Wolverine.
That would have been perfect.
I said the same thing. I got enough hair to pull it off.
Yeah.
But she said, what her only true reference of Wolverine is that last Deadpool movie. She ain't like the Deadpool movie.
Really?
So she just don't like the idea.
Okay.
Last year I was Michael Myers.
That's perfect and on brand too.
Well, not last year. It might have been year before last. Either way, we went to in Memphis. At our zoo, they do they call it Zoo Boo. So they do like a whole Halloween thing.
Oh, that's cute.
So I went with my kids, and I went with the Michael Myers mask on to keep from being noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And it backfired. People were more impressed with me as Michael Myers. They still didn't know it was me, but everybody wanted to take a picture with Michael Myers. And I'm like, shit, I really, this defeated the purpose. I came here not to take pictures, and here I am still taking pictures. And I don't think many people even know that, the Michael Myers that they was taking the picture with was Don Tripp at the same time.
But, Two people in one.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And they, just like every year, they get so much candy, and it's just, I had to sneak and throw it away because it just be buckets and buckets of candy. Just
Cavity City.
Yeah, and rappers everywhere. And, they eating candy when they wake up. You sneaking candy.
Are you the dad that like lets them eat all the candy, or are you kind of like ask your mama?
No, I don't say ask your mama about nothing. I say no.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to candy, it's tricky because I know how addictive that is. Mm-hmm. Many people don't give it that much credit, but I used to eat a lot of candy when I was a child. It took a long time for me to like slow down. Mm-hmm. And, that's the last thing I want for them, especially in this day and time. They don't get to, they don't get to be outside like we used to be outside.
Yeah.
And, so I try to not make it worse by them. They already like, what they call my son, iPad kid. Mm-hmm. They basically all iPad kids. You don't get to. It ain't like it used to be. You used to be able to go outside, play ball, ride your bike,
run around till you get tired.
You can't do none of that.
That would be the goal for parents. Go run around for a couple hours. Come
last
back.
time I had brought a basketball goal outside, the neighbors was calling the sheriffs on me.
What?
Yeah, they was like, I was making too much noise. Yeah.
Wow.
And they came and gave me a warning, and the second time was gave me a citation. I was like, damn, I don't,
Wow, for playing basketball
yeah, it said it
with
was
your
too loud.
kids?
Yeah, it was, and it was during the day, which was tripping me out. Like, it was like 2
Wow.
p.m.
Wow.
And when they do that, neighbors get to call the code enforcement and the police on you, and remain anonymous, so you don't know
Mhm.
who calling on you.
Mhm.
But that I said that to say, the kids don't get to enjoy the things we used to be able to
Right.
enjoy.
Right.
And I don't want to add obesity to it by letting them eat all the candy in
Mhm.
the world. So my substitute, I just buy a lot of fruit, and they
Yeah.
they love fruit. So
It's sweet too, just like candy.
right,
So,
right,
yep.
just not as
Eat
sweet
these
as candy, but
strawberries.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I had to buy so many strawberries. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to find like a when the like the
The
farmers
farm. Yep.
when they be outside selling
Yep.
the
The
fruit.
fresh local
Yeah, I'm gonna have
markets.
to. That's because it would be a whole lot cheaper. Otherwise, I had to buy like 5 or 6 of the biggest cartons they got,
Mhm.
and and my girls they eat fruit all day. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's good. What's your favorite season? Your favorite time of the year?
I don't have one.
Cause you
I just
have
like being alive.
okay. I like that.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't,
that.
and if it's cold outside, I'm gonna put a coat on. If it's hot outside,
Just
I
adapt.
won't put a coat on. But yeah, every day's just a day to me.
Because you've dropped a project each month consecutively
Yeah,
for how long has it been now? Is
this
it
month to make
22
22.
months?
Yeah,
22 months? That's insane.
I know.
So it's like
So I was
you've
telling you
yeah,
earlier,
like
trying to learn that
you
damn song.
yep, you've created in so many different, parts of your life, in so many different seasons of
Yeah.
your life. Do you kind of feel like the shift in each project and kind of just like a different evolution or wave, or because you just love all times of the year, is it kind of just like one type of like flow?
Nah, it's spontaneous. I can't really I don't really predict. Like, I don't record the way typical well most artists record. I don't
Mhm.
have an idea at all.
Mhm.
When I go in the studio, start to play beats, and whatever come out. If nothing comes out, then nothing comes out. I don't
Mhm.
believe in forcing it.
Mhm.
So if we in the studio for an hour and we still don't got a record, I got a habit of saying we, but a lot of times it's just me. But if I'm in the studio for an hour and I don't have a record, it won't be a second hour, and so we can just come back. I don't.
Mhm.
I'm not on a deadline. I don't have to reach a quota. I don't have to meet
Right.
nobody's approval but my own. But when it, to build the projects, a lot of times after you got, 3 or 4 songs, it kind of create a tone of its own.
Mhm.
And I just try to be as, I guess, as forthcoming, or as loose as possible
Yeah.
with the ideas. And like I say, like I don't sit down, I don't have any plan, any ideas of where this song is going or what I'm
Mhm.
about to say. And when it starts, I go from there. My only objective is to make sure I ride the beat,
Yeah.
and I try my best to be as creative as possible
Mhm.
even with that.
I mean, I think that's kind of effortless
Well,
for
thank
you.
you.
You have so many songs
Well,
and
thank
just
you.
so many different pockets, like sonically, that you tap into while still remaining authentic to you.
Thank you.
No problem. I want to know, what was your original intention or feeling when
Mm.
you got into creating music and when you got into the game? Were you kind of like, this is an outlet for me to express creatively? Were you like, all right, I want to make this my career? Like, where was your mindset?
Well, I always wanted it to be my career. I think I might have made that decision at like 11.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen like I wanted it to happen, or like I thought it would happen. I thought I had saw Chris Cross blow up, so I thought I was gonna blow up as a
Mm-hmm.
child, and of course that didn't work. And my music as a child probably was ridiculous anyway. But initially, as I guess as an adult, my music was I created music because I could,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. I was good at it. At least I felt like I was good at it, and I wanted to become great at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, the direction of my music changed
Mm-hmm.
and started being less about, less rappy and more biographical.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, that's what, it became my therapy, my
Mm-hmm.
release. I ain't my wife said I talk a lot, but I'm not really a talkative person, or I guess I'm not really a sharing person.
Mm-hmm.
So my music is my way to be brutally transparent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably brutally transparent in real life. I wouldn't know. Because
I
it's
would say
me.
the
That's
same for both.
Yeah. You think
Brutally
so?
transparent in
Oh, okay.
person and in the music.
Well,
But
well,
that's
thank
why I
you.
think the music hits so much, because
Yeah.
it's like, to know you in person, to talk to you in person, like the lyrics match.
Well, thank you.
And I seen
That's
the interview.
important.
I seen the interview that you did, that you were kind of talking about you don't listen to rap anymore because it's
Yeah, I
cap,
don't.
and a
Yeah,
lot of these
yeah,
rappers
yeah. For
rap.
lack of a better word, it's definitely cap. Well, I understand it. In no shape, form, or fashion am I downplaying
Yeah.
or discrediting them. I think it take all walks of life to make the world turn. So some people. Sometimes you need to hear happy songs. You need
Mhm.
happy music.
Mhm.
Frankie Beverly, what was it? Happy Feelings. I think that's the name of that song. But that's when at some point you need happy music. I don't much make happy music,
Mhm.
but I'm never in a celebratory state. If that make any sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't take nothing for granted, but I don't never see the need to celebrate. I
Hmm.
think I kind of treat life or my career. I kind of treat it all like a NBA season.
Yeah.
We win the, we work as hard as we can this season. We win the trophy, and everybody's partying. And while everybody's partying, the coaches and the staff are trying to figure out how we're gonna get it next year.
Right.
Because
Right.
start of next season, this trophy don't even matter.
Yep.
Now we got to go for the next one. And that's kind of how I live. I feel like yeah, I've accomplished this, and this, but
Mhm.
there's more to do, and especially because we live in a society where it's what have you done for me lately.
Right.
So and I got growing children, so I can buy them everything and do everything this year, but they still need something next year.
Mhm.
And again, they growing, so I had to deal with different 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 parts of them growing. Like
Yeah.
now I got teenage girls, so a teenage girl and a toddler not the same
Mhm.
thing. They don't need the same things. They require different kinds of attention.
Right.
And I'm not a woman, so I gotta I've had to learn how to be more delicate
Yes.
because again, I'm not a woman. I wouldn't know what a woman is going through, so now I
Mhm.
gotta listen more. So
Do you
it's
still give them that brutal honesty though?
well, I've been working on it not being so brutal,
Yeah.
but it's a learning process.
Uh-huh.
And when I make mistakes, I own up to my mistakes. I apologize to my
Mhm.
children. I give them enough free space to know that they can tell me how they feel.
Yeah.
And if I hurt your feelings, you got the right to say it. I grew up in a house where that was unheard of. That's talking back.
Mhm.
But I don't raise my kids that way.
Yeah.
I teach them to be vocal. If it bothers you, you can tell me that it bothers you.
Mhm.
Now that don't mean that you get to say, "Dad, you told me to clean my room and I ain't like it." We're not going there with
Right,
it.
right.
But you get to tell me what how
Mhm.
you feel about things, and I try my best to learn from it and adjust. I'm not a
Mhm.
perfect person, and in no manner will I ever be a perfect person. But
Mhm.
I try to be as level as possible.
Mhm. I love that. I think that's something a lot of parents watching out there could possibly take from.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yes.
Well, I've grown to understand or grown to realize that I'm not the only person that was raised the way I was raised,
Mhm.
and I think the most important thing for parenting is to break the cycle.
Right.
You know, it's harsh for me, but that don't mean I gotta be the same way. I think sometimes it's how we grow up. You become your parent, or you try and your best not to become your parent.
Mhm.
And I think especially now, because I didn't grow up in the internet era,
Right.
so a fight at school for us was just a fight.
Mhm.
Now a fight at school lasts forever. You get to or a year from now,
Yep.
somebody's on the internet saying, hey, this clip lives rent free in my head. You,
Mhm.
you just got over it, and a year from now they brought it back up. So with that, you kind of gotta, we kind of gotta change our tactics. We gotta
Yeah.
adapt too. Just
Yeah.
like just like the music business, it wasn't streams at first; it was CDs.
Right.
So now them rappers that was selling CDs, if they want to remain relevant, they gotta adjust.
Mhm.
And parenting is the same way. Well, I guess
Mhm.
every aspect of life is the same way.
No, yeah, I love that. I want to go back to what you said about like being ready now, like while people are out celebrating and partying, still being in that mode of like
Yeah,
I
we gotta
still
get back
have
to it.
things to. And I think like the way you expressed it is more of like a lifestyle and a mindset opposed to just like, all right, I'm going to apply this specifically to my career. I
Yeah,
want
that's
to
how I live.
Yeah, I want to know like how did you tap into that? Like how did you decide, this is how I'm going to discipline myself and structure every part of my life moving forward?
Well, I like to say that I learned from everything, every experience in life, and earlier in my life, I guess in my adulthood, I used to go to the club, go to parties and stuff because my friends was just to hang out with them. And at some point, well, at every point, I've never enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And at some point, I just stopped cooperating. Like, I'm not going because y'all want to go and party. If y'all
Yep.
want to go and party, then, so be it. Go
Yeah.
have fun. I ain't doing it because that's not what I want to do. And since it's not what I want to do, I want to do what I actually do want to do. I feel more. I guess I take more joy out of working,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just don't like, or I don't want to ever be broke again.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying I'm at all times of the day I'm trying to become some billionaire or some
Yeah.
shit, but I don't. Can I cuss on this?
Yeah.
Because I definitely just cursed. But yeah, I'm not trying to become a. Of course, I would love to be a billionaire,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, I ain't one of them people. I don't operate all day like I got to go on my phone 1,000 times doing stocks, and I want to teach my kids how to open up investment portfolios.
Yeah.
All that, of course, but I'm not, I'm not cramming that.
Mhm.
So I'm not in like super, work mode. But at the same token, I don't ever want to not be able to do what I want to do.
Mhm.
That's a different. I don't know what you really would call it. Independence, I guess.
Yeah, and freedom.
But in every aspect, like I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. And in order for me to live that way, I got to be able to maintain.
Right.
So that means I have to work. And if I gotta work, if it's gonna take 10 hours to do something, then we got
Mhm.
24 hours, right? Let's get to it now. I don't want to wait till later on to do
Right.
it. And I don't have to, hype myself up to do it. It's work. It gotta be done. Let's do it.
Mhm.
And I don't know, at some point in life that just became what it was. I'd rather get the job done. The things I enjoy are the fruits of my labor.
Mhm.
Like, of course, everyone enjoys the fruits of their labor, but like for me, like I don't buy chains, I don't buy cars, I don't party, I don't pop bottles.
Mhm.
That ain't to say that I don't. Um, that ain't to say that I don't enjoy my money.
Right.
My shit's just in the house and you don't see it.
Mhm.
So for me, I got like I probably got about 7 PlayStations. And I got all the shit. Now I'm like a little
Uh-huh.
kid, but I'm the one funded. But that's the point I'm making. That's the celebration for me. Being
Mhm.
able to wake up and this is my house.
Right.
I
And
don't have
enjoy the
to
fruits of your labor with
exactly.
your
It's
kids and your
right. And
family.
my car's our food.
Right.
I don't have to ask anybody for anything. I don't have to
Right.
beg
That's
anybody
the
for
real
anything.
bag.
Yeah, yeah. That's my bottle. I'm popping the bottle right
Yes.
then. And other than that, I don't really find joy and partying.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fine with like like family
An
gatherings kind of
intimate,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, intimate. It got to be. Other than that, I don't enjoy it.
Mhm.
I I come from a different occupation, and that occupation you had to be you had to stay on the swivel. You couldn't, you might not make it home tonight if all you're doing in here is partying.
Mhm.
You're gonna need to be paying attention. And I know far too many people who didn't make it home that night because they was partying right then, even though whatever they did before they got there was dire enough for them to be
Yeah,
alert.
and
You shouldn't even be in the club. You should
right.
be, laying low right now.
Mhm.
But people love the idea of, of being able to celebrate. Most people work Monday through Friday, and Saturday is the day for them to,
Mhm.
to make all of it feel like it was worth it because they
Right.
get to party.
Right.
And then, Sunday is, you trying to recover, and Monday you're like, shit, here we go,
Yeah.
back at it. And that's part of the independence for me, not having to live in the hamster wheel.
Yeah. How do you structure your week? Like, do you go based off like Monday through Friday? Like, do you kind of designate certain days? Like, okay, I'm gonna just chill in the crib this day, or I'm gonna go super hard and work this day. Like, what's your perspective on the week?
No, work just happens. It even happens on the weekend. Work
Mhm.
is work. Um, but I try, like, during the week, I take my kids to and from school,
Mhm.
so that take up a portion of my time. Other than that, when it come to work, I try my best to separate the two. Like, the work and fatherhood and husbandhood, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know what you call that. But I try my best to balance it and not like not let them bleed into each other.
Yeah.
But it ain't really every day's a day.
Mhm.
But that's cuz I don't have a typical job. So I treat it that way. I'm still aware of the day of the week because it's
Mhm.
school day,
Yeah.
and a school day for them is a school day for me because I take them. Well, I got to get up at 6 in the
I was just
morning.
gonna say you get up early
Yeah, I
too.
gotta get, yeah, and that's not fun because I still don't go to sleep early.
I
So
was gonna ask, like, what is like you say you don't like to celebrate. What's something that you like to do or some regimen that you have in your day to day that is designated for you outside of work?
I play the game.
Okay.
That's like my I guess that's my release
Your self
in a
care.
yeah, yeah, it's like my like my massage,
Mhm.
or what's this, the sauna, all that kind of weird shit. That's the video game is that for me. But I've learned to like embrace hobbies. Well, I learned that early on. So now I spend a lot of time building guns. I spend a lot of time at the shooting range.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I heard you was talking about that in one of your songs. I think it was No Risk, No Reward. You
I
just
probably mentioned it a lot.
yeah, you was just like it's just me, my wife, my kids, my guns,
Yeah,
my crib, and
yeah. I got well, I'm sure it's
it's
somewhere it's
scattered.
diagnosed
Yes.
as something. No, it's not scared. I got there are guns everywhere. Well, see, having so many guns, I had to keep inventory. So I had to keep up with how many I have, and serial
Wow.
numbers, and all that shit. And the other day, I realized I had 200. And
200
yeah,
guns.
yeah, that's
Wait, so do you have like a designated, obviously, like area for them? Like
what plural areas. But I got
areas.
gun safes and like like vault safes, and I got guns everywhere. There's guns in the wall. It's,
Oh
you know,
my
it's, it's,
gosh.
it's everywhere. But again, I come from uh you said who?
She said don't harp on the guns. Let's move to the next thing.
No, fuck that. That'd be alright. That's part of who I am. No, all my guns are legal.
Mhm.
In the state of Tennessee, you can carry a firearm concealed. You don't need a permit to do so. I love Tennessee for the fact that they are pro A or pro 2A. I don't know. We live in a world where people kind of treat guns like they taboo, like just
Right, right. But it's
But
literally in the Constitution. Like it's
I mean,
embedded into the foundation of
I
this
mean, not
country.
only that, but just just picture if let's say they threaten it all the time. Let's say they take all the guns away, right? What criminal is buying his gun from the gun store anyway?
Right.
So you would disarm me, so I would be at a criminal's mercy.
Right.
Although I come from a society or a community of criminals, you're gonna leave me to be vulnerable while they get to flourish. So I would that is what it is. Either way, I come from a different kind of past, so paranoia is a thing.
Yeah.
So there's guns everywhere, and I'm well aware that success breeds more envy than any facet of life. And it's people that hate me or are jealous of me or want what I have just because they think I have it.
Yeah.
In 2010, we was in a club. We was performing, and I don't know why he did it, but the DJ announced he was like, "We got Don Tripp in the building. Just signed a $3 million deal with Interscope." I said, "Y'all had to send my guy," and I'm like, "Man, tell him to shut the fuck up." So these people in here going to assume I got $3 million on me.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna say, "Hey, there's no way he got $3 million in his pocket."
All
That's not
people
how.
hear is 3 million Don
Exactly.
Trip.
I said, "Man, you put a fucking target on my back." So after that, we had to be, we were already like, see, I'm already paranoid, but I had to be even more alert because you just said some shit that if people are listening to you while they partying,
Right.
the wrong person heard that. And now, the last thing I need is for somebody to get a bright idea because one of us ain't gonna make it home.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do everything in my power to ensure that the person that ain't gonna make it home is gonna be you. But I I guess that's enough about man.
I kind of want to go back to no risk, no reward.
Okay.
You said you a homebody, being laid up with your wife, being crazy about your wife and kids, which I love. I want to know, do you think men can be fully at home and fully like in their bag and in their career?
No. No, I don't think it's possible. I think the man is the primary provider in most cases. And although women kind of get it, get fuzzy. You want him, you want the man to be there all day, every day, but you want purses and shit. So that shit don't fall out of the sky. You gotta go out and you gotta grind.
Yeah.
And I think that's impossible. You can't be in two places at one time. No matter
Right.
what, you gotta go out and get it. And I'm fortunate enough to be a father that I could work from anywhere. I could set my equipment up no matter where I'm at, and I can get it done. And most fathers have to, most fathers work off site. They got to get up and go to work, and that's time consuming in itself. You get up every day, all week. You go work 8 hours or 12 hours or whatever. When you come home, you're tired. You need rest.
Right.
Right. So there's not much room for you to interact. So the people I grew up with that had their fathers in the picture, their father for the most part was working, and whenever he wasn't, he was relaxing. You couldn't bother dad because dad is watching the game.
Right.
So for me, I didn't have a father, so I didn't experience that for myself. And being a father, for me the most important thing is the time with them. Like, I found ways to relax with them. Like, I said a second ago, I spent a lot of time at the shooting range. I take my kids too. And, that's our way of enjoying something
Yeah, and
together.
bonding.
I play video games and I play them with them as well. And board games and all kinds of shit. But either way, I try to spend as much time with them as possible, not just, I work all week. Now I need time to relax. I
Yeah.
need peace and quiet. There's no such thing as peace and quiet in my house. So.
I love that. You just performed No Favors here.
Indeed.
Shout out to you.
Well,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for that. You said you have so many songs, you still can't pick a favorite. I want to
No, I can't.
know, is that
If I,
still true?
yeah, it's tricky because of the, I think it's about. It might. I could be off, but I think it's about 200 songs now, and every record, like none of these are old records.
Hmm.
Every January 2023 is when I started this, and all the records that came out on that tape were recorded that week.
Mm.
It's been the same case for all 22 tapes.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't really get to. I don't get enough time to live with it, but I'm
Yeah,
not
you
trying to
kind of just
yet.
on to the next.
Right.
Like
Well, yeah,
create,
yeah,
release, create,
yeah.
release.
But that's because I feel like right now my goal is to do 24. So after I've done it, then I can, can enjoy it a little.
Hmm.
But I'm not making music for me. I make music for people who feel how I feel, but don't get to say it out loud.
Right. Do you plan to keep going after 24, or is
Not, well,
24 the threshold?
not every month. Yeah,
I mean, you fed the streets enough
yeah.
heat.
I
Like, I
think I've
think they're
earned
good.
some grace.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah. No, I'm not going past 20. If I go past 24, I'm afraid
You the type though.
people would assume that that's what I'm gonna be doing for the
Yeah,
rest of
yeah.
my career, and I'm not. You
You
know.
like no unrealistic
Yeah, no,
expectations.
no. We're gonna keep it all the way realistic.
Uh-huh.
So I think 24 is more than enough. Nobody's done it, and me doing it is, I
Yeah,
think I proved my point.
definitely. Will you finally celebrate after the 24th?
Probably not. Well,
Come
I don't know.
on. You
Technically,
need
the
like
24th one would be like around New Year's Eve or something.
yeah.
So I would be celebrating New Year's Eve with my wife. I
You
guess
need
we
to
could
do
say
something
that.
special.
I don't know.
You have
I
to.
I had to leave that up for the people around me, like plan some shit. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't know how to plan parties because I don't know how to party. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm open for it, but
Well, hopefully
we're open
anybody
to it.
watching out there take some notes, some hints.
Oh, indeed. Listen, fans, don't be DMing me telling me no surprise parties. I am not coming. People do that too. They invite me to
They're
the
like
weirdest things.
surprise.
And they like, we having a house party. Well, you should stop by. Like, why the fuck would I
That's
do
some
that?
Memphis shit, I feel, or
I don't know where they
Tennessee.
from. I don't respond. And, once you respond, now you open the fucking
Right.
the gateway. Now they can message you all day. I don't. I have no questions. You say a house party. I'm
OMG.
not coming to that. I don't care what that said.
That's
You could
so
be my next
funny.
door neighbor. I'm not coming. No, we good. I'm not doing it.
Yes. Well, like your fans are super loyal
To
and tapped in just to your artistry entirely. How do you interact with them?
that. I treat them like people.
Mhm.
I don't do the get away from me kind of thing. Don't touch me
Yeah.
kind. I don't like when men try to put their arm around me. I don't like that. We ain't doing that. But other than that, I understand what I'm doing, so I know that I have to kind of allow people in my personal space when I'm
Uh-huh.
out.
Uh-huh.
But if I got my kids, if you truly are a fan of my music or you support me as an artist, then you already know
Mhm.
that when I got my kids, our space is off limits.
Mhm.
And some people get it, some people don't. More people get it than don't.
Yeah.
But occasionally we got the people that I took my kids to the fair, and of course, people recognize me. It was a guy at like a fucking corn dog stand yelling at me, talking about come here. I was like, man, I'm a grown ass man. What would
Wow.
make you think if I wasn't who
Even
I
at the
am?
corn dog
What
stand
would make you
too.
think I'm gonna come here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, that kind of it'd be weird to me. But sometimes people get so overwhelmed that they're meeting a person that they admire or
Yeah.
they consider a celebrity, and they just throw all of common decency out the window. I'm
Mhm.
like, again, as a grown man, what would make you think you could tell another grown man come here?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know what you want. I told him then, this ain't that. I don't know what you think this is, but this ain't that. And that same in that same day, me and my kids were sitting down, and I got a big family, so half my family is going to get something to eat. and me and a couple of my kids are sitting down and waiting on them, and the guy walked in and sat down with us, and I try my best to preserve my aggressive mode.
Yeah.
I try not to display that in front of my kids, but I ain't have a choice then. I'm like, man, what are you doing? This ain't that. I don't have security, but I got security, and if you understand.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, this ain't that. I don't know what you think this is. I get it. You want to speak. Tell me you rock with my music. I appreciate that. But now you're in my space.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yeah, definitely boundaries.
Yeah.
This ain't. I wasn't inviting you to have a seat. I don't care
Right.
if they are empty seats. This ain't that.
Right.
We ain't in like a fucking open cafeteria, and
Right.
these are free seats. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
But that happens, and when it happens, I try my best to diffuse it and not make it worse, because of course it could get a whole lot worse. And everybody's got ego, so I try
Right.
my best not to attack your ego. But if
But do
if
it
that's
with
what
grace.
happens, then
Yeah.
so be it. But I try my best for it not to get there.
Let's talk Revenge of the Fallen.
Mhm.
Your latest project is out. What inspired that name?
Two things. I I grabbed the name from a movie from Transformers.
Okay.
I like the title. I could resonate with the title.
That's cool.
But it's dedicated to the people who are on the same path as me that didn't make it this far, whether that was in life or in a career. It's a lot of people I grew up with, I came up with, that either we not associated anymore, or they died, or they went to jail, and prison is some of the people that went to jail ain't coming home. And that's basically what it was, what it was dedicated to, the people that didn't get to meet their goals.
Yeah, I love that. You also spoke about kind of just like your music, like taste changing a little bit. I want to know, like, if you collabed with Janae Aiko, because she's one of my favorite artists.
She's my favorite.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I want to know, like, what would that sound like? Like, do you have anything in the stash, in the drafts? Like, we need to get this out to Janae.
I don't have any records at all. I got the 2 I recorded while I've been out here for this upcoming album.
Okay.
But if I was creating with Janae, it would be the true Janae songs. Like, I don't want to make the I don't want to collaborate with Janae and make the pop song. I'm not trying to make the Billboard top 20s and shit. I don't care nothing about that. That's like, exactly where we're going.
Sold out.
Yeah,
like just
I want the authentic, the most dedicated Janae Aiko. Not to I want to make the kind of music that she makes with her.
Yes.
I don't want to make a pop single. I have no interest in such. So if we were to collab, I think we kind of are similar in the way we create.
Yeah,
you can
and
tell
I
her
feel like
music
y'all
is
both
true
very
to her.
realist. Yes.
Yeah,
You can
that's
feel
why I
the
love it.
authenticity in both of y'all music.
But I would love that. I would pay any dollar that I could obtain for that.
Holla at us.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The yell, scream, send smoke signals.
What about Miguel? Do you think he's falling off? Because
I
Miguel that I used to love is not the Miguel now.
Well, what you kind of have to keep in mind that, at least from my understanding, I think Miguel finally got out of his record deal.
Okay.
And when you get out of a record deal, it's a learning curve, because everything you need, you used to somebody else doing. Even if they did it wrong, or even if they barely did it, they still did something that you weren't doing yourself. So now you got to learn how to accommodate.
Right.
Because if you don't, then that's what happened. People assume you fell off, and that's easy to assess to an artist, because you're used to seeing this person on all these performances. You see them on your TV and magazine and whatever, and the consumer never thinks, oh, we don't have the same publicist.
Right.
And in real life, it's different. The budget's changed now. Now it's on you now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if anything, I think that's the thing. I think he finding his way around creating the way he wants to create with less money at his
Yeah.
expense.
Yeah.
So I don't think he fell off. I think, especially in music, I don't think anybody's fell off. I think the way music works, all you need is that one record.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I got Miguel's whole catalog. I still enjoy all his music.
Yes.
Not so much that last project,
Uh-huh.
but the last one was I could tell it was independent
Mm-hmm.
because it was kind of all over the place, at least for me.
Yeah.
But I think same way for Janae. I think Miguel's the male version of Janae Aiko,
I
at least for me.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree. They're definitely like very high up on
yeah,
my
definitely.
list.
I love their
Yes.
music.
I want to do just quick rapid fire.
I don't know what that is.
That's like just quick questions. Like
Oh, okay,
I
all
ask,
right,
you answer.
I'm with it.
All right. Favorite Janae song?
Living Room Flow.
Yes. Favorite Miguel song?
Um, it's called Pussy Is Mine.
Okay, that's a classic. You and Starlito. You guys
Favorite record.
favorite record.
Favorite record, man. Shit. I'll say yeah. 2.0 from his last project.
Okay. People are saying Step Brothers.
Step
The
Brothers for
album
Life. We're working on it.
needs to happen. When is it coming out?
We don't know when it's coming out, but we are working on it. Me doing 24 tapes kind of
Yeah, yeah. Put it on the back.
take some focus.
Uh-huh.
And that's a very important part of us, the Step Brothers brand. So we
Right.
want to make sure we do it right.
Okay, 2025.
Hopefully so. That's what
Okay.
hopefully so.
Okay. And my last question, we like to do something here called your daily gem, all pun intended. I just want you to look in that camera, introduce yourself.
Which camera?
This one
The
right
third
here,
one.
the third.
Okay.
Yeah. And just give one daily gem for people watching out there.
Okay. I am Mr. Don Tripp. This is Daily Gem. I keep hitting this mic. A daily gem. I would say, there's no such thing as a bad day. The bad day is the day you either in an urn, a coffin, or a tomb. That's the only bad day you got. Unless you're in jail, that's a whole nother thing. But if you're on free land, I think that's the gym. You get to get up and go make it happen. And every day gonna be trying. It just is what it is. But nothing worth having is gonna be easy to obtain. And if you are in jail, then that's a whole different world. But the same thing, man. If you get to wake up another day, man, you get to go back at it and try to make it right. And it might be too late for you, but not so much for somebody younger than you that look up to you. So that go your silver lining, so to speak.
I love that. Well, Revenge of the Fallen is out now.
Indeed.
Your September project. October, can we get any
October is
previews?
called Yours Truly, and it probably will be out by the time this is out. So
Okay.
yeah, so Yours Truly. I would say who's on it, but I don't fucking know. It ain't recorded yet. So
Okay, well, we're looking forward to it. And
indeed.
we need a celebration at the end of the 24th
Right.
project.
I'm gonna name the last song Celebration. That's
yes,
gonna be my celebration.
I love it. Well, Don Tripp, y'all.
Indeed.
The Daily Gems. Yeah.